afternoon, everyone, and we are going to do a little bit of information on the Governor's Energy Office Weatherization program. This is a program offered to low-income families, and we cover, actually, our area is 7 counties that we cover. We do work with them on weatherizing your homes, making them more cost-effective, energy efficient. Go ahead. The Governor's Energy Office partners with the U.S. Department of Energy, so this is all grant money. That means that if you qualify as a homeowner, there is no cost to you. Everything is covered through the grant money. So it's free weatherization. Anything free is always good. And I am with Housing Resources of Western Colorado. We have an office here in Montrose and an office in Grand Junction. My office is down at the MATA building, if you guys know where that's at. We're down at the MATA building. You can come in and see me in there anytime. We can get you an application and get you signed up. But we've been working with the Governor's Energy Office for going on 34 years now, quite a long time. These are the counties that we cover, what's in the light colored. So you can see we cover a long distance. We drive all the way to Lake City. We go up to Nucla, Natarita, down to Ouray, Delta, Cedar Ridge. All of those are covered in our area. And these are some of the things we do when we talk about weatherization. Got an energy audit. We look at the insulation, your attic, your floors, your ceilings. There can be furnace replacement. We have been replacing a lot of furnaces. People calling us and they said they've turned them on and there's nothing coming out. So we do look at a lot of furnaces. We've actually saved several lives, CO poisoning. We had just here about a month ago, we had 2 little kids in the hospital from CO poisoning in their home because of a furnace that had a cracked exchanger. We replace refrigerators. If it comes up that they're not cost effective, you can actually get a new refrigerator. We look at sealing all the air leaks around the windows and the doors. And of course we do the little squirrely lights, the CFL lights, which actually really do save you quite a bit of money over the long run. Storm windows, storm doors, and we teach you how to be conservative when you're in the house, what you can do for yourself. So there's education. This gives you an example of where you can lose a lot of energy. You can see a lot of the goes out of your ceiling. Most people have maybe an R19 to an R25 in their ceiling. It really should be R49. So that's quite a bit more insulation. And if you've got an older house, the old fiberglass insulation settles. And so you need to build that back up again. Or if you've had a leak, then it gets all compacted down because of the water buildup. So adding more insulation can make a big difference. Of course, there's also, if you've got a foundation, you can lose it down underneath your foundation. If you're in a modular or mobile that is skirted, we can do a perimeter insulation on the inside of that skirting so your pipes don't freeze. Anybody have frozen pipes this year? A lot of people have called us with frozen pipes. This gives you an idea of what you spend on an average of your household in the energy costs. You can lose a lot. That gives you just a little bit of an idea of what, and everybody's a little different. You know, they may be on their computer 24/7. You may have kids in the house that like to stand there with the refrigerator door open for 20 minutes making up their minds. So it can vary a little bit, but that gives you a really good idea of what your energy costs are. Okay, the benefits, 15 to 30% savings on your utility bills. That can make a big difference. Actually insulating your house, when we think of winter and we're thinking of cold, but it actually helps keep the house cool in the summer as well. So that's also a good thing. A lot of people have swamp coolers on their houses and they never cover them in the winter. A lot of that seeps into the house when you don't do that. What's our next one there? Okay, we do go off of household income. And I didn't bring any brochures with me today, but if I give you a card, you can call me and I can give you what those... Oh, Abby says she has a few. But it is for low-income families, so it depends on what your income is and how many people are in your family. You may not qualify as a single person, but if you've got 5 people living in the household, that makes a big difference. So it is by that. We do homeowners and renters. You do not have to be a homeowner to do this. We do have to get permission from the homeowner. They generally like this because it increases the value of their house. So I've never had a homeowner turn us down. But your application must show proof of U.S. citizenship and eligibility if you are on a public assistance program. If you're on LEAP, you automatically qualify. If you're on TANF, OAP, SSI, or AND. Don't you love all those acronyms? All of those are qualifying programs. So if you're on them, you automatically qualify. Otherwise, we go off of income. Ah, there it is. I thought I had this one here. It gives you an idea of how many people. That's your gross. So if you've got a family of 4 and you make less than $44,000 a year, you're going to qualify for this program. Imagine getting probably several $1,000s worth of work done on your home, and it's free to you. These are the type of homes we're looking at. We do mobiles, modulars, older homes. It doesn't matter what age it is. We did one that was 1865 up in Uray the other day. We do apartments. We like when we do apartment. If it's like a 4-plex, we try to do all of them. So a lot of variety. We do newer homes, we do older homes. You'd be surprised at how many newer homes, if you've got a contractor that was cutting costs, it could be a brand new house and not have any insulation in the walls or have minimal. So it can make a difference. It doesn't matter what age your home is. Okay, I can't read from there, so I got to turn around here, and I'm sorry I'm going to be blocking your view a little bit. First thing you got to do is get an application and fill that out and get it back into me. You can call me on the phone, and we can do it over the phone. It takes like 5 minutes. It's a very simple application, not very long. Every dollar we put in, we need to save you at least $1. It has to be cost effective for us to do that. So what they do is my auditors go out and they do an energy audit of the house. They bring me that information. I run it through a computer program that tells us what is cost effective to do. So once we do that, we get your application, we get you in the queue, in the waiting list, and we come out and do an energy audit. Then they schedule the work a little bit later. One of the things the energy audit does is we do what's called a blower door test, and that helps see where you're losing energy. Another one is an infrared test. And they set this blower door up, and they can tell how tight your house is or how much. I had a lady call me the other day, and she says, well, my windows are all shut, and my curtains still blow like they're open. They're that leaky. So it can make a big difference. And this is one of the tests they use. They do several testing throughout the house to see exactly what needs to be done. Everybody recognizes the pink insulation, the fiberglass insulation. A lot of what we use now is called cellulose, and one of the things, almost all of it is recycled. And one of the funny things I found out that they make the cellulose out of is Levi's, old denim jeans. They shred them down, and that's part of what they use to make the cellulose out of. It's good, it's recycling, right? But you can see they're climbing around here, they're up in an attic. This one here, they had to actually take the siding off. They took a strip of siding off, they drill a hole, they blow it in. Everything we do is blow in. And they blow that in, and then they'll put the siding, they fix it all, put the siding back, and you never know it was ever done. I mean, it's not like they're going to cut this giant hole in the middle of your living room ceiling or something. So they do make it that way. This is an infrared. You can see where it's really dark pink, purpley color. That's where it's leaking. So it needs a good seal around that door. Gives you an idea of what that looks like. Your windows will look the same way. And there's the squiggly lights. We do generally put in, offer them, we'll put them in for you, or we'll give you about 16 of them so you have enough to even replace, and they last forever. I mean, they're like 5-6 years before they're wearing out. So there's a lot of different kinds of those, and you can get them in different wattages as well, but they can really cut down a lot on what you're, and they stay cool. They don't get hot. That's one nice thing about them. Okay, there gives you a cost of a 27 watt. Okay, 27 watt converts to 75 watts is standard. An incandescent, I think, is 75 watts. $14 is a